Looking at page 5, and can somebody tell me what are we about to talk about? Look at the title. Meow. What does it say?
Past.
Yeah. So listen, same topic. We're talking about degrees of certainty, but instead of it being in a conversation right now, we're going to push it into the past. Okay? The way that we do this in English is by using, well, let's take a look. All right? So first of all, you got to create a question. This only works when it's in the past, when the question's created in the past. All right, so imagine a conversation and you're wondering why something strange happened. Okay? Why wasn't, can you create a sentence? Why wasn't? Give me something weird that's going on or not right. Meow, put your phone away. Hey, by the way, I need to say this to everybody real quick. Okay, some of you guys are... Well, hi, Turkey. How are you, man?
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Before we jump into the grammar, real quick, again, yesterday I did an introduction to the class. I posted it on YouTube, or I will post it, okay? So if you weren't here, you need to go watch it. But I will say this so that everybody's on the same page, okay? 25% of your grade is participation, okay? I have 3 rules in my class. If you do these 3 things, then I'm going to smile. And I'm going to love you. If you don't do them, I'm already going crazy in this little hole we're in. All right? Then I'm really going to go crazy. All right? Rule number 1, don't use cell phones in here. Matter of fact, I go crazy if I even see them out. So just put them away. I only get you for a couple hours, okay? So put your phone away. Turn it off, or just put it on vibrate. The other thing is we got to stay in English, which we're doing great so far. Everybody just stay in English, okay? And then the other thing is we got to show up on time, okay? This is the last day I'm going to look the other way, okay? You got to be here on time. Matter of fact, I think it's cool if you're here just a little bit early, okay? I understand it's the first hour and it's going to be a problem. I can already tell, and it always is. But I just want you to know it has a real effect on your grade when you show up late or absent. Okay? That's just a fair warning. All right. Back to the grammar. We're talking about degrees of certainty. Let me give you an example here. Why wasn't there enough chairs in here? And now, if I want to express 100% certainty, just leave it in the simple past. It's a fact, okay? That means I'm certain. So I could say something like, there weren't enough chairs. See? That's the fact. There weren't enough chairs. So I would just use the simple past. There weren't enough chairs. All right? In the book, they use the example, why wasn't Mary in class? And you'll notice on A, what do they say? Turkey, do you need a book and information here? That'd be nice. Here we go. Anybody else need a book?
No.
Here's everything you need, sir.
Thank you.
We're on page 5, okay? In the book, somebody read A for me. I'll read A.
She was
she was
sick.
Yeah, so they just answer the question with a simple statement in the past, okay? And that's because we just use the simple past to be certain about something that happened in the past. It's pretty simple, right? Okay. What if I want to be 95% sure? I'm not 100%, but 95%. What do they use? Somebody read B. Let's have Mana read B.
She must have been sick.
Yeah. So can you turn my example into 95%, Mana? So what do they use? First of all, what's the formula?
Must.
I need must.
Must and have been.
Plus have. Plus the past participle been, right?
Yeah.
So can you turn my statement into a 95% sure? Make it a sentence? Take it from 100% to 95%.
There must have been.
Hold on, he's got it. There
must have been.
Haven't.
Has been enough chairs?
Good. Put the negative here, right?
Yeah.
There must
Not
not have been
enough.
enough chairs.
Teacher?
Cool, yeah.
Why the negative, the not, isn't with the have?
Yeah, there must haven't been enough chairs.
Or
It's,
there must-
well, it's because of the modal, okay? When you add this modal on here, the negative actually goes after the modal, and then right in between. There must not have been. We don't say there must have not been.
What if the must is not there?
What's that?
What if the must?
If you got rid of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, there haven't been enough chairs.
They have.
Yeah, then you would say, again, but be careful because we're talking about specifically how to create
Yeah.
degrees of certainty. But if you were to just have a perfect tense, they have not left yet, something like that. Then the negative would go right there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good question. But just remember, modals are weird and they change things. So to express 95% degree of certainty about something, we use must. Of course, you can, depending on the situation, here we have a lack of chairs, right? So we put the negative here, have plus the been, and then the situation on the end of the object. Okay? In the book, of course, she must have been sick. Of course, up here we're really talking about affirmative, right? When you're responding in a positive way. So I may be confusing you throwing the negative. We're going to talk about the negative next. What if I want to express 50 or less, 50% certainty or less? Iad, what do you got for me? Read the examples.
She may have been sick. She might have been sick. She could have been sick.
Yeah, or you can say could. So you can say may, and then you got to have the
Might.
have plus the been, right? So it's the same idea. You're just adding these three things. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, can you turn ours into 50%, my little example? There,
May not.
May not have been.
good. Yeah, you would say, there may, and then the negative goes here. There may not have been,
Enough chairs.
good, enough chairs. Good. Or I can say, there might not have been enough chairs, or
There couldn't.
Ooh, good. There could not have been enough chairs, or couldn't have been, is how we would say it. Good, excellent. So listen, one thing you'll notice here, may and might, although this is a present modal and this is a past modal, they work together in the same way. Okay, so you pick what you want to use. It's okay. For may or might.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Now, really what I did is I showed you an example using the negative, okay? Listen, the rules in a sense are the same. You're just putting the negative, okay? Look down, let's look at their examples for the negative. Why didn't Sam eat? See, the question up top is also negative. Why wasn't Mary in class? And the negative, it's negative down below. Why didn't Sam eat? The difference is the responses up above are all positive, aren't they? Whereas the responses down below are all negative. I showed you a negative example. So, but it has the same effect, okay? So why didn't Sam eat? We're just going to come up with negative reasons. We can be 100% sure.
Sam wasn't.
Give me A. Read A. Sam...
Sam wasn't hungry.
Yeah, Sam wasn't hungry. Again, remember, whenever you want to express 100% certainty, just use a simple past. If it's a negative reason, why, then put the negative. If it's a positive reason why something didn't happen, then just put the positive. Are you okay? So if I said something like, why did the manhole covers blow off the holes in the road last week? And you're 100, you know what? Do you guys remember that? It was in the news. You know the manhole covers, the round iron covers. They go over the street for the sewage. Remember they blew off. So if I asked you, for example, in real life, meow, why did the manhole covers blow off? And you're 100% sure you know why.
The blow wasn't.
So why, and I use did, it works with did too, okay? Why did the manhole covers blow off? And I want you to express, either using positive or negative, 100% certainty. So just put it in the past, simple past.
Why did manhole
The
cover?
manhole.
He was crazy.
He was-
Yeah, so
He was crazy.
the manholes,
Wasn't.
what's the past tense of blow? Blew. The manholes blew off, and then you got to say why.
He was crazy.
He was crazy.
No.
What would cause an
Because that is pressure.
because of pressure, air pressure. There you go. Because of air pressure. Good. Now, what if I want to express, let's go, can somebody do 95% certainty?
Yeah.
And make it positive. Give me a positive reason. So,
Can
yeah, Mana, go ahead.
The manhole must blow off.
Must
Must have been.
below.
Okay, listen, here's the deal. Really, you're using, I should put past participle.
Yeah.
So, what's the past participle of blue?
Blown.
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 So, use the formula must plus have plus the past participle. Okay? So, you're doing okay. Try again. The manholes
Must have blown off because of air pressure.
You okay?
Yeah.
Eon, give me a one using a negative. A reason using a negative and express 95% accuracy. You see the 95%?
Yeah, from Sam must not have been hungry.
Yeah. Only use it in our example. Hey, why did the man covers blow off? Use a negative at 95% accuracy.
The manhole blew off. No, the manhole must not have blown off because the air brushes.
You could do that. The other thing you could do is just say something like, the manholes must not have blown off, must not have been secured tightly. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must not have been secured tightly. Anyway, you like what you did. You can do that too. As long as you used must plus a not plus a have plus a past participle that makes sense, then you're okay. Are you guys okay?
Yep.
All right. Hey, let's practice a little bit. Well, one thing I do want to point out down here on the negatives, okay? Look at the situation they give. Why didn't Sam eat? So that's the question. 100% certainty, we mentioned just put it in the simple past with a negative on it. Sam wasn't hungry. Okay, that's 100% certain. Look at 99%. Sam couldn't have been hungry. Now that's interesting to note. Up above, notice that the could with a positive is only 50%. So she could have been sick. See, when I use could with a positive up above, have, and then the past participle, I'm only 50% sure of something. But if I turn the could into a negative, like down below, Sam couldn't have been hungry. See, now it goes up to like you're pretty certain. I would somehow mark that and remember that. Okay? Sam can't have been hungry. I'm going to tell you something. In spoken English, you rarely hear people say can't have for like a past uncertainty like that. Usually Americans just say couldn't. Yeah. Just so you know. But it's not wrong to say can't have something. Alright. And then 95%, they use must not have been, may not have been, and might not have been. Those are all possibilities. Again, I'm sorry, 95%, there's only one option, okay? Must not have been. That's must with the negative. Notice up top, it's the same with the positive, right? 95, it says she must have been sick.
Yeah.
So that stays the same. But then the 50%, it's interesting. You lose the could, right, with the negative, because it bumps it up to 99% with the can or could negative. Whereas in the positive, the could is in the 50% range. So again, that's the same difference. But so there's two ways to show 50% with a negative past uncertainty. And that would be using what two forms? May or might not have plus a past participle. You guys okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's practice a little bit and just see if you know what you're doing. Look at A right here. It says use past modals to restate each sentence in parentheses. In some cases, more than one modal may be possible. And then they give us a nice example. Turkey, read the example. Read the situation one and then the example.
The doorbell rang, but he was in bed trying to take a nap, so he didn't get up. I wonder who it was.
So he's wondering. He's thinking, right?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe
it was a friend.
Okay. So that's the information, right, they want you to use. All right, and then what does the sentence state, boy?
It may, it may,
Or might.
could have, it may have
Might.
been a friend.
Yeah. Listen, those are all options, right? And if you remember from before, maybe expresses what degree of certainty? Yeah, it expresses like 50%. So they want you to go with one of the options from up above. It's positive, and it's a 50% certainty. See that?
Maybe it's less than 50. 25.
Let's go back real quick.
50, sure or less?
Not certain? Yeah, it's going to be a little below 50. It's hard because it's like, it's okay, okay? Anyway, express uncertainty. And it's going to be below 50%. So your only options up above anyway are may, might, or could, right? So that's why they do it. Look at number 2. You guys do number 2 and number 3, and then we'll discuss them.